What a year it has been for Blackburn Rovers, from flirting with relegation at the start of the year to now flirting with promotion. We've got Tom here to pick out some best goals, the best players, and the best moments of 2024. First of all, we want to just say a massive thank you to you who've tuned in to watch us over the last 4 months. This is a 10-minute, 15-minute weekly Blackburn Rovers podcast. We know there's loads of other ones you could choose, but we're very grateful that you've come across our channel. If you haven't yet done so, press subscribe. It massively helps us grow. Right, Tom, hope you had a good Christmas. Let's go straight into it, shall we? We're looking at the best goal, if you can pick one, of 2024. So it could be last year, it could be this season. What have you gone with?
Well, there's been a few. I mean, if we go back to last season, I think just for the occasion, Szmodics' goal against Leicester. I mean, he scored 2 cracking goals, but the second goal, when he kind of did the keeper almost on the halfway line and he started to celebrate before the goal had gone in, I thought that was brilliant. And that basically meant that Blackburn was safe in the division for another season. This season, the style of play has really changed for Rovers, and I think we've scored some fantastic goals. I mean, the one that springs to mind is the Andy Vyman goal against Burnley, which I'm nicking Andy Goldstein staying here, goal of the century. I thought it was brilliant. And going back to Vyman again, he scored a couple of great goals against Cardiff because we're now more of a passing move. And I think one of the Cardiff goals was something like 40 odd passes and then finished off. And I was there at the game, and it was unbelievable to watch live. So probably. Yeah, Vyman's goals this season and for last season, just for the occasion and what it meant to Blackburn staying up in the division. Szmodics' goal against Leicester.
Brilliant. We think perhaps one of the championship goals of the season was also scored at Ewood Park, but it wasn't scored by Rovers. It was scored by Mark Harris and
Oxford
United.
Yeah. I was there as well.
Third game of the season. It just good curled straight in.
That was the goal.
Right. Thanks for that, Tom. What about then the player of 2024? Who's been the most consistent? And of course, they may have left. Of course, as well. But again, who could you have not done the year without?
That's, I think, literally, I was just on Twitter just now and I was discussing that. And I think just for what he did last season and getting this big move to the Premier League, Sammy Szmodics. I mean, it's not often you go to a game and a player's left, and when that player scores in the Premier League, there's a chant for his name. Which was really nice to see. I think he thoroughly warranted his move. 31 goals in all competitions last season for Rovers in a very struggling team. He was the man, I think, and he won loads of awards for Blackburn in the end of season awards last year. He was fantastic. I think for this season, kind of the halfway stage, there's a few contenders. I think you can't really look past Sondre Tronstad or Lewis Travis, but I think who's really impressed me, and I know at the start of the season he got a lot of flack for him, all about you guys, is Ainsley Pears. I think he kept some like 10 clean sheets this season, and he's a rock at the back, behind the back four. I think those guys this season. I think Travis, Tronstad, and Pears. But overall for 2024, one name, Sammy Szmodics.
Yeah, perfect shout. Finally, then the moment of 2024, that one. Key game, or that one, it could even be off the field, away from the match incident. But what's the one thing that stuck with you from 2024?
Going back to the Oxford game, it was my little girl. She's a year and a half old, and a lot of my friends thought I was mad driving from Worcester to Blackburn with my wife to go and take her to her first game. Because I think I was about 4.5 when I went to my first game, and I said, no, I want to take her up there, kind of get it in her early, because my wife's family are all Liverpool fans, so I've got to try and get it ingrained in her. And we went up there, and she was good as gold. And after going a goal down and then seeing 2 great goals from Rankin Costello and Arnold Sigurdsson to win 2-1, for me personally, not the best game, not the biggest crowd, but for me as a dad, to take my little girl to the game at Ewood Park was brilliant. I'll always remember that.
And you've already mentioned probably the one which I'm sure most Rovers fans will go with, which was the Leicester away game last year when you secured your survival in the league. The moment when that second goal went in was I'm sure just...
Oh, it was brilliant. And when Szmodics scored against Leeds as well last season, we took a few big scalps. And it's just... there's been some real. There's always highs and lows following Blackburn. It's never dull. But you can't always have a bit of an Rovers fan. But yeah, I mean that goal against Leicester last game. I mean it's a pack of nerves going away to Leicester, who were already the champions, and then to do them over in their back garden was brilliant as well. So yeah.
Good show. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. And we hope you have a fantastic new year. And one thing we can guarantee, we don't know what's going to happen in 2025, but we can guarantee we'll be with you every step of the way as we review the remaining 23 games in the new year with Blackburn Rovers, potentially with it leading to some interesting playoff games as well. Thank you very much for watching over the last 4 months or so. Have a fantastic new year when it comes, and we'll see you in 2025. See you next year. Next year for the first one. The Burnley